Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Panic Awards 2021! I'm listening for the audience screaming, but there isn't one. We can't do the Panic Awards like we normally do. We can't be in the Civic Theatre full of wonderful people making noise and having a great time whilst we distribute the awards to celebrate the people of the local community that really care. We can't do it. It's been a crazy year. But last year, I tried to knock something up and we put that out online. And this year, we've got help from Hotbox here in central Chelmsford, on whose stage I am currently standing, ready to do the weirdest thing ever, which is shout to an empty room about people that hopefully are watching out there on the internet. It's a marvelous thing. But with a bit of luck, we can have a good time tonight. We can celebrate the local live entertainment community despite the trials and tribulations of the past year and tell you who the winners are of the awards for which you've been voting for the past couple of months. Now, it has been a truly, truly awful year in so many ways for so many people. We're not going to go into that too much this evening. We're going to try and focus on the positive. But we understand how bad it's been, and our thoughts and our hearts are with everybody out there who's struggled in any way over the past year since the last Panic Awards. It's been difficult on so many levels, and I think, like in the introductory video, we really have lost a sense of who we are locally and with the community that we have here. So hopefully this will show that people haven't just rolled over, laid on their backs and flung their arms and legs in the air and gone, bollocks to it, we can't be bothered. People have bothered, and they've bothered in a great way, doing great things to entertain us all and keep live entertainment alive. Hopefully, that's going to show when we come out of all of these lockdowns, as we already have in a way, and start going out and celebrating and recognizing our local live entertainment community. But anyway, we'll probably talk more about that later on in the evening. We should probably get on with our first award of the evening. And the first award this evening is for one-off online event. Let's take a look at the nominees. Those were the nominees for one-off online event. Events that have happened online in a one-off capacity in the past year. I think the clues are all in the title, so I won't do too much explaining during the course of the evening. But all of those nominees have been doing great work, and I'm happy to announce that the winner of one-off online event of the year at this year's Panic Awards is the fabulous Isolation Festival, courtesy of Nick Garner. What a wonderful thing he's done there by putting that together. And that award was sponsored by a brilliant local business called Backhouse Solicitors. We'll be sharing all of our sponsors on our webpage over the course of the next couple of days so that you can all visit them and show them your support for the support they've shown us. And I'll talk more about how our sponsors have helped us out this year in a little while. But before we go on to the next award and more blathering from me, I think it's time for a little bit of music. Now, Hotbox have very kindly recorded some special performances for us over the past week, and we've got some videos, and they're all from the nominees for the new song of the year. So I think we should start with the first one of the evening, the fabulous Smiling at Strangers.
You You believe me, don't you, darling? You know I'm here. You see me right before your eyes. I'm always near. Everyone else stares right through me. They don't look back. But you I know so well, and there's nothing you can do about that. Only your eyes could open wide enough to find that there was something underneath the rough that shines. But now we know it was your reflection all along. I'm not dead inside, just incomplete. My heart never died, it's just out of beats. I'm not dead inside, but my body lies 6 feet under. Why do I feel alive? I spend my life beside you, but why stop there? I don't have much to do these days, I'm less than air. So I'm haunting all our roads, and it breaks my proverbial heart to see you there without me. Only your eyes could open wide enough to find there was something underneath the rough that shines. But now we know it was your reflection all along. I'm not dead inside, just incomplete. My heart never died, it's just out of beats. I'm not dead inside, but my body lies 6 feet under. Why do I feel?
The truly brilliant Smiling at Strangers there with a fantastic track. And congratulations to Nick Garner and all the team that made the Isolation Festival possible, the winners in the previous category. Next up, we have our award for regular online event. And it's no surprise, it's for an online event that happened regularly. That's right, we've got some amazing nominees for this award, so let's take a look. Those are the nominees for regular online event. And this award is sponsored by Radio City Beer Works. I'm going to be drinking some of their beer probably during the course of this evening, if I'm really lucky and ask Dave nicely. But they're fantastic, and thank you so much for sponsoring this award. It's really important that sponsors have got on board and supported the Panic Awards this year. Now, regular online events during the past year have taken on an enormous amount of significance that they possibly wouldn't have done previously. The pandemic has caused us all to sit there staring at screens longing for something to entertain us. And those online events that have happened on a regular basis have given us an anchor of entertainment to work our lives around. It's been really extraordinary that people have bothered to put together such things and keep them going, because getting it started is only half the battle. Keeping it going and finding an audience is a big part of it. And the winners of this award tonight have definitely done that. It may seem a little bit biased, but the winner of regular online event of the year this year is Hotbox Live. Well done. You could hear the cheers for miles from our gathered audience, who are all desperately excited about that. I'm sure Dave in the next room here at Hotbox is probably very thrilled to have won that award, and congratulations to them. They've really kept it going and really done some extraordinary stuff. Well done also to all of our nominees. You've all been awesome. Being nominated is truly wonderful. Some music now. Let's throw in our next video from a fantastic band. And this band is the Meffs.
I'm in charge of my own destiny.
Lily's got really drunk and she's been an absolute nuisance, and I'm trying to get her back up and his head's full dry. Yeah.
Ladies and gents, that was the Meffs. What a fantastic track that is. And well done to them for being nominated, of course, as well. Now, Scott, the outgoing incumbent of the United Brethren, has been in touch to suggest that the last award was a fix. Well, it isn't, because I am absolutely unimpeachable. And of course, let's bear in mind that if you're a magical leprechaun and you can't rig the awards in your favour, tough shit. Use your magic elsewhere, Scotty boy. Well done to Hotbox Live for winning regular online event of the year. Our next award of the evening is a really important one because it's an embedded part of the local community, and it is for Radio Show of the Year. Here are the nominees. What an amazing selection of nominees for Radio Show or Podcast of the Year here at the Panic Awards 2021. But there can, of course, only be one winner. And that winner this year is Shakey's Sessions, which has got a lot of S's in, which is quite hard to say when you're standing in a quiet room shouting at a camera. But well done, Shakey. I'm really pleased for you. It's a great show. You're a fabulous chap. And, you know, I'm sure if you're even barely sober right now, which would be a miracle, you're going to be ecstatic at winning that award. So congratulations, Shakey. Shakey Sessions on CCR, local radio station, and a great local radio show. Now, I think it's time for a little bit more music. And this next piece of music is less a piece of music, more a little edit of what that piece of music is all about. This is by a local musician who chose to spend his lockdown writing his first symphony. This is Paul James Stevens. What an incredible achievement to write a whole symphony during lockdown, and what an incredible piece of music it is. I wholeheartedly recommend checking it out online to hear the full piece, but we obviously couldn't play it right now because the show would be hours long and it'd be a nightmare, and also it would cut down on the amount of time you got to listen to my beautiful voice. We can't have that, can we? Maybe we should have that. Let's listen to some more music. This is the fantastic Palps.
Is this growth or just more nothing? You know I always like to keep you wondering. Just pretend. Pretend everything is fine. That I do more than run and hide. Just no more with peace of mind. Each opportunity passed me by, I never Pretend everything is fine. Then I do more than run and hide. Just no more with peace of mind. Cisco, or just you're nothing. I'm always like to keep you wondering.
Incredible music there from an incredibly diverse selection. We'll be talking more about New Song of the Year later on in the evening. The past year and a half has brought with it some fascinating struggles and difficulties that we've had to cope with. One of the ones that has been particularly interesting is how so many individuals have found new and exciting ways to get themselves out there. But hang on, maybe I shouldn't phrase it like that. That sounds a little bit bad. But what I'm suggesting is that they're still creating, they're still being entertaining, and they're finding ways to make sure that that reaches the people that want to see it. Now, that could be comedic. It could be somebody singing in a room. It could be somebody deciding to write a symphony. But one thing that all of those people has in common is that they are all entertainers. They want to entertain, and they want people to be entertained. And this next award is all about those people that have done exactly that. This next award is Lockdown Online Entertainer of the Year. Here are the nominees. So those are the nominees for Lockdown Online Entertainer of the Year. What a fabulous bunch of people, and diverse, you know, all doing very different things. I could talk at length about how I've entertained myself during the past year, but I should imagine that's pretty obvious from the fact that this is the only shirt and trouser combo I have left that fits me, and my right arm is fitter than it's ever been. Nonetheless, we should probably get down to the fact that somebody has won Lockdown Entertainer of the Year at the Panic Awards 2021. And that somebody is Lewis Llewellyn for his work on Chelmsford Forgotten. Now, I'm sure, having known Lewis for quite some time, he would mention the fact that Chelmsford Forgotten is a collective of people being very entertaining in response to the fabulously popular Chelmsford Remembered site, all about life in our central Essex city. But Lewis's contribution has been consistently entertaining throughout lockdown, and I hope he's very happy with that award. I think everybody was very entertained by his activity. I'd love to quote some of it here, but it wouldn't make any sense. You kind of have to be there. I'd also like to say well done to all the other nominees. This was actually the tightest category we had out of all of them. The winner winning by just a few votes, and everybody else from there down went back to about 40 votes, which, considering the fact that we had thousands of individual votes this year, is quite extraordinary. So well done, Lewis, and well done, all of you. Next up, a little bit more music. And the next act that we're going to listen to is Slumber.
Love the way simple things, the things I think I mean. But I love the way you laugh. And when my heart and my sleep, I'm praying I'll never leave. But I love the way you laugh. Well, you're the one for me, but you're too easy. But I love the way you laugh. I give it all away, just to say what's imperfect. Feels so simple. You can take my breath away. The words you say I've heard them before. Don't see it for me. I should tell the room with a human impending doom. But I love the way you laugh. When I plug in the note to speak, you ask if I ever think. But I love the way you laugh. The callous things we say may never go away. But I love the way you laugh, laugh, laugh. I give it all away, just to say what's difficult. Feels so simple. You can take my breath away. The words you say I've heard them before. Don't see it for me. I give it all away, just to say what's difficult. Feels so simple. You can take my breath away. The words you say I've heard them before. Don't see it for me. 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 Me, me, me. I love the way you laugh. Thank you.
What fantastic music indeed. And now we move on to our next award. But before that, I thought it might be an appropriate time to talk a little bit more about the Panic Awards and what we are and how it works. We've been going for 14 years now, celebrating local live entertainment culture. And normally we would have a full roster of awards celebrating venue of the year, band of the year, theatre production of the year. And we can't, because all of that hasn't happened. It's wrong to celebrate venue of the year when they couldn't even open. So at this point in proceedings, I'd like to ask everybody to take a thought about all of those businesses that have struggled, all of those production companies, theatre groups, all of those people sitting there this year wondering what the bloody hell they can do with their time. How are they going to do what they love doing and in some cases have done for 40, 50 years? It's incredibly difficult for them to struggle on, and I'm so incredibly impressed that so many of them have. The venues that have stayed open, that have kept staff on, that have found other ways to generate revenue. the pubs and bars that have managed to make sure that it's not too disastrous for them so that they can reopen, the theatre groups who had to cancel entire seasons, whole cast lists, midway through rehearsals, all that work and effort, on pause, that's it, here we go. It's been really, really tough. And the Panic Awards is here to celebrate those people normally, but we can only do it if we're supported by the local community, which is great, and we've got loads of people who back us and they're watching now and being excited, but also our sponsors and our supporters. The sponsors tonight, they're not just names that we announce after each award saying, oh, well done them. They've actually contributed a small amount of money to help support the show and make sure it happens, to pay for the physical awards that we will be giving out at some point soon. More on that later. And also to make sure that it occurs, that it can happen at all. So I'm very grateful to all of our sponsors, and I hope you are too. And take a look at them and see if you can pass a little business their way. We'll be sharing out their details on the page fb.com/Panic Awards over the coming days. But enough of such things that are business-oriented and basically to make sure that the people that gave me money are happy with it and not aware that I've just spent it all on a brand new MacBook Pro. I haven't. Honestly, I haven't. We should move on to the next award of the night. And this award is a really fabulous one. This is Lockdown Track. Now, some people found it a little bit confusing, but I think it's a really simple idea. This was to recognize and celebrate a song that was by a local act that could be from any time at all, that particularly struck you or got into your head or was on solid rotation on your Apple Music or Spotify or your CD player if you're that old, during lockdown in the past year. That's what we're looking at. So let's take a look at the nominees for Lockdown Track of the Year at the Panic Awards. Honestly, all of those nominees are worth checking out. They're fantastic music. They're brilliant. They're imaginative. They're creative. They're superb. But there can only be one winner. And the winner this year of Lockdown Track of the Year, and hopefully the only year we have to do Lockdown Track of the Year, let's be honest. But the winner is the fabulous Connor Selby with the song I Can't Let You Go. Well done, Connor. You're doing great. This probably means very little to you since you are so superbly talented and such a really annoyingly nice man as well. But well done. It's a great song. People have really clung on to it during lockdown. And well done to all of our nominees as well. But well done, Connor. Fantastic stuff. Thank you very much. Next up, we have a bit more music for you. And this was recorded here, I believe, just last week. And this is a great song by the wonderful We Are All Fossils.
I strolled into the darkness. Seemed my mind wanted to keep me alone. I wasn't scared if I'm honest, though my eyes started to see the foes more. could tear down your mountains and leave your mind at ease. Then I saw the smoke, it rose high in the air, sealing up our home. But if we dare to dream, I'm sure we could see a new sun rising ahead, up through the air to calm the seas. It could tear down your mountains and leave your mind at ease. It could tear down your mountains and leave your mind at ease.
What a fantastic song that is, and well done indeed for being nominated. Next up, we have a very special award, or pair of awards. Now, a couple of years ago, we wanted to add an award to the show that recognised involvement in the community, people bothering and doing their bit and not being an idiot and not caring about everything. And we wanted a community-based award. And it turned out that that was a great thing. And the local charitable group that got involved with that, Cool to Be Kind, became effectively ambassadors for that award and part of the deciding process over who won it. And it's my pleasure this evening to introduce Brian McGovern from Cool to Be Kind to present the Community Spirit Award ×2.
Wow, how do I follow Andy Poole, who is my, we're not related. I know I have been called his better-looking twin, but that is no longer the case.
Oh, Dad.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. So, Cool Be Kind, Community Spirit Award, fantastic that we're involved in this. We're really happy. Andy's been a great supporter for a number of years, and we've done a number of events together. Cool Be Kind support local rough sleepers, and we've got involved in all sorts of stuff over the pandemic. So Andy, in his infinite wisdom, and who am I to question that, is looking to give 2 awards this year because of the pandemic and recognise people that have gone beyond the pale. And this was the toughest thing I've ever had to work out, because you know what? So many people have done so many amazing things over the last 15 terrible months we've had. And I'd like to give an award to so many of them. But sadly, we've only got 2, and we've extended that. So I could give a mention to so many groups. I'm not going to do that because I'll miss someone out. So, without further ado, Andy, may I?
Please do announce the winners.
Right, so the first person to be nominated is an individual that goes unnoticed. And when the pandemic hit us and we had to collect all the rough sleepers off the street and put them in hotels and try and pull that together. And we really got all of these separate groups working together. Then all of a sudden, we had this working group of over 30 organisations who somehow coordinated this. And there was one man responsible for that. And he's not a politician. He's not anything other than Paul Gaylor, who's the Housing Strategic Manager of Chelmsford City Council. So, Paul, thank you so much for doing what you've done. You deserve it, and I've seen it firsthand. So, congratulations, Paul. And then Andy asked me to pull together or someone that, or a group who have done so much over the pandemic. And again, I could think of so many people, so many great people who have really gone beyond the pale. But I can tell you now that Sanctus, who never shut their doors, could be the only winner who won it last year again. So congratulations, Sanctus. And thank you all, Chelmsford, for your continued support of Call to Be Kind. Thank you.
Fantastic and deserving award winners for our Call to Be Kind Community Spirit Award ×2, which was entirely my idea to make two of them. I just thought it'd be nice, considering the shitting awful year that we've had, that we could celebrate twice brilliant people doing brilliant things for absolutely nothing but the sense of doing something good. What wonderful people indeed, and thoroughly deserving winners. Now, next up, we have a bit more music. And this next act, I seem to remember awarding a Panic Award to, I think, while she was still in the womb a few years back, because she's incredibly young still, but incredibly talented and utterly brilliant. Ladies and gents, the wonderful Roisin O'Hagan.
White lies, found him on your black tie. All alone, missed the last train home just for you. Bad time, looking for your good side. Said I didn't know where it all went wrong, but I do. Love you like a sad song, baby, got it all wrong. Nothing in this world could have saved me from you. Hate you on the car ride, miss you all the damn time. Light a cigarette, start a fire in your room. Oh, and now you're all flames. There's a fine, fine line between sadness and going insane. And I guess in a moment of madness, I'll let the smoke stain. Warm smile, cold air, and it's been a while. And the armor rust is collecting dust on my floor. Blue skies spilling in your red wine, and you can't stand up, yeah, you're drunk as fuck. And I swear, love you like a sad song, baby, got it all wrong. Nothing in this world could have saved me from you. Hate you on the car ride, miss you all the damn time. Light a cigarette, start a fire in your room. Oh, and now you're all flames. There's a fine, fine line between sadness and going insane. And I guess in a moment of madness, I let the smoke stain. I let the smoke stain. love you like a sad song. Baby got it all wrong. Love you like a sad song. Baby got it all wrong. Nothing in this world could have saved me from you. Hate you on the car ride, miss you all the damn time. Light a cigarette, start a fire in your room. Oh, and now you're all flames. There's a fine, fine line between sadness and going insane. And I guess in a moment of madness, I let the smoke stain.
That was the fantastic Roisin O'Hagan, joining the fantastic roster of people that are nominated for New Song of the Year. It's a wonderful award. It's coming up soon, but we've got another one of those nominees coming up right away. And he won an award just moments ago. This is Connor Selby.
I was just sitting here thinking about all the things I should have done, all the time that I wasted, all the songs I should have sung, all the hours I've been waiting, just sitting idly by. I lost myself, I ain't got nothing left to lose. But it's you I hope to find, and that's all right. That's all right, yeah, baby. That's all right. That's all right. But listen, I can't do these things no more. You know this road I'm walking, I've been down here before. I can't trust my own eyes. You know I can't separate the truth from the lies. Well, I've asked myself the questions, baby, yes I have. And I've set aside the time. I've given everything I have to give one, but I'm bound to lose my mind. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. I got one more thing I want to say. It's my life, baby. And I've got to make a change. I'm tired of the way things are. just can't stay the same. Yeah, yeah. That's alright. Yeah, baby. That's alright. That's alright. That's alright. Oh, yeah.
And that was Connor Selby, one of our New Song of the Year nominees. Now, there's only one New Song of the Year nominee we couldn't actually show tonight, and that's because of rights issues with the video and so on and so forth. But that's the next award. So perhaps we should take a look at that full list of nominees. And that was the nominees for New Song of the Year. It's a truly awesome selection of acts and songs. Absolutely marvellous breadth of talent covered. And that award is sponsored by a marvellously talented man and his company, Anva Limited, a long-term supporter of the Panic Awards and a truly fantastic company and a truly fantastic chap. So thank you, Anva. Much appreciated. Thank you also to all of those nominees. They really are brilliant songs, and you'll be hunting them out after the show, I'm sure, so that you can listen to them. But there can be only one winner, and in this instance, it was extremely tight at the top. The 4 or 5 songs that were in the top 4 or 5 were separated by less than 10 votes, which is an incredibly tight amount when you realise that several thousand people registered their votes for this category. But one song did pip them all at the post, and that is the fabulous, the wonderful Suzi Quatro with The Devil in Me. Well done to Suzi Quatro. the Queen of Rock and Roll, for winning a Panic Award. I am honoured to say that she's won, but I would be honoured to say that any of the nominees had won. What a wonderful bunch they are indeed. That actually elicited a groan from the normally completely silent sound booth at the back corner of the hotbox here. I'm saying nothing. I genuinely mean it. I can't help being so sincere and wonderful. Honestly, it's impossible to be this great. But well done indeed. Now, we've got a few more awards to go before we end this presentation for you this evening. And the next award is a new one this year. We had to jig it all about and change loads of stuff because it just didn't make sense. So this one is a sort of enhancement of a previous award that we've had, specially for this year, hopefully only for this year. And that is our outstanding lockdown contribution. And there we are. Outstanding Lockdown Contribution is a really important award, I think, this year. I just thought Outstanding Contribution is our big sort of award each year where we celebrate somebody who's really put the effort in. But this year's been so bloody awful for so many people that we thought we'd sort of separate somebody out in this particular instance. We weren't sure as a board making the decision who really deserved it. We ended up with about 14 names on a list who had all put the effort in, and we slowly narrowed them down based on the amount of time and effort they'd put in, the amount of willingness to bother, which sounds mad, but that is such an important thing, and anybody who promotes anything understands willingness to bother, but also just the way in which they evoked a community, engaged a community, and entertained a community. And that really swung it, and we narrowed it down, and we narrowed it down. And for me, that sense of actually creating something that I think might even continue after lockdown really brought the vote around at the end. So the Panic Awards 2021, hopefully the only time we ever give out this award, but my God, they deserve it. Outstanding Lockdown Contribution of the Year goes to Laura Doyle for the Blues Jam online events that have been running throughout the entirety of lockdown. Well done, Laura. You're an absolute star. We love you to bits. And well done for what you've done. And also well done, I hope you won't mind me saying this, to everybody who's done anything during lockdown online, because fuck, it's been awful. And you've made it a little bit more tolerable. Thank you. Now, we don't have any more songs to play. We just have one more award to go before the end of the night. And in astonishingly quick time. This is how the Panic Awards, for those of you that have been before, would actually run if I didn't waffle and if we didn't have loads of technical issues. So we'd be in an hour and a half at the Civic Theatre. But tonight, we're very fluid. Thanks to the Hotbox, thanks to the team here, and thanks to me not talking too much. So we are at the last award of the night, and that award is the award for Outstanding Contribution. Now, Outstanding Contribution is an award that has, for all of the years of the Panic Awards, really represented the pinnacle of people's contribution to the live entertainment community here in Central Essex. When Panic was started, it was at a time as a magazine, the Performing Arts News in Chelmsford, and then later Performing Arts News in Central Essex. As a magazine, it started when nothing was really going on. The great venues of the 70s, 80s, and 90s were dying off, and pubs and spaces weren't really doing anything. It was a real struggle for everybody involved to engage that community and bring everybody together to do stuff and recognize that there needed to be spaces where people could perform and do what they need to do. So the Outstanding Contribution Award has always meant a lot to me because rising above the irritating silence of the majority of people when it comes to live entertainment in this area. Rising above that apathy and bothering to do it, even when it might cost you money, even when it might not work, even when it might make you look foolish, is really extraordinary. And all of our previous winners have been incredible. This year's winner has won awards before, but we felt deserved a little bit of extra recognition because of the situation they're currently in. This Outstanding Contribution Award winner is somebody who really understands putting themselves on the line for the sake of something positive for more people than just themselves. They understand that sometimes business is very, very tough, and especially when you're doing something that's adventurous and not quite the mainstream, it can be very tough to see the future benefits of that. But this person stood their ground, did what they wanted to do, and did it with the help and support of a great community of people around them. But without their leadership, without their willingness to risk and their willingness to risk failure, nothing would have happened at all. So this year's Outstanding Contribution Award is in recognition of somebody who may be exiting the local area fairly soon, but thoroughly deserves the recognition they're getting tonight. And that is Scott Millar at the United Brethren, an absolutely lovely man. I may have described him as a magical leprechaun earlier on in the evening. I take that back partially, because it's racially insensitive towards the Irish, who I love. But, you know, let's face it, he's small and Irish, so it was an easy dig. He really is a fantastically charming chap, and he's leaving the UB as a successful business that has an engaged core community of entertainment-loving people who genuinely cherish that pub, but also cherish him and what he's done for the local area. Well done, Scott, and thank you very much for all of your work and effort. And that's it. It's a bit of an anticlimax, really. It's very difficult to sort of sign off without some kind of big bang, without masses of applause and everybody going crazy and awards flying through the air and drunk people trying to do stuff and Shaky trying to say something and Brian trying to come up on stage smashed out of his head and all the wonderful people that we know and love in this local community. It's been a pleasure hosting this award show for so many years, but it's been a real pleasure doing it during lockdown because it's been really fucking hard. It's been really, really challenging. But I think it's really worth saying thank you to everyone who's bothered. Thank you to everyone who's kept it going. And thank you to everyone who's kept that dream alive that at some point soon, and we will soon, hopefully it will come true, we will all be back together in a sweaty room watching a band or sat in a velvet-covered but vastly uncomfortable seat watching a theatrical performance or just sitting together, talking, enjoying, watching and reveling in the talent of such an amazing array of people who live in this wonderful area. Thank you so much for paying attention, for watching, for sharing, for liking, for voting, for being here. Thank you very much from the Panic Awards 2021. My name's Andy Paul. I will be back next year, and I fucking hope it's in a theatre. Thank you. Good night.